The Minister of Health, Dr. Osagie, says no travel restrictions or ban has been placed by Nigeria following the outbreak of the pandemic COVID-19. Osagie said this in Abuja while briefing members of the diplomatic corps on measures taken by Nigeria to tackle COVID-19 and clarification on visa on arrival.
Our preparedness and response has focused broadly on 6 areas. First, surveillance, especially at points of entry. Secondly, infection prevention and control. Thirdly, risk communication. Fourth, laboratory diagnostics. Fifth, case management and coordination. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria just constituted a presidential task force led by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation. Port Health Services at the Federal Ministry of Health has intensified screening of all incoming international travelers with the use of thermal scanners. We obtain travel history using passenger self-reporting screening forms provided to all airlines. Nigeria has not yet placed any travel restriction or ban, but has strongly advised against non-essential travel to countries with high level of transmission, which we define now as China, Japan, South Korea, Italy, and Iran. We also routinely require travelers from these countries to be in isolation for 14 days after entering Nigeria. This will be revised always according to the assessed level of risk. Travelers from other countries are not expected to undertake special measures, but to report immediately to NCDC if they have symptoms.
In his remarks, Comptroller General of Nigeria Immigration Service, NIS, represented by Assistant Comptroller in charge of Visa and Residence Section of NIS, said visa had become a key tool, not just to promote economic and national development, but also ensure security.
The policy evolved from a restrictive and complicated entry formalities to a liberalized and more investment-friendly policy tailored towards being one of the most developed nations in Africa and in the world generally. The Nigeria Immigration Service is saddled with the responsibility for the implementation of the Nigeria visa regime. The Nigeria visa policy, as you are going to see from our presentation, outline the expectations of the Immigration Act 2015 and the Immigration Regulation 2017 with respect to administration of visa in Nigeria. In view of the partial successes of the Nigerian visa policy of 2012, there arose a need to complete the implementation of the documents and the opportunity to reflect current global best practices.
The Dean of Diplomatic Corps and Cameroon High Commissioner to Nigeria, in his remarks, thanked the federal government for organizing the events together.
It was necessary for us to know what has been done in Nigeria, because since that one person, until now, the situation has been monitored, and it was very important for us to know and to convey to our governments the efforts and the measures taken by the Nigerian government. And with the explanations, with the PowerPoint presentation, we have a very, very clear idea of what is happening. And particularly concerning the diplomatic corps, the diplomatic visas, we have been edified of the different types of visas. And of course now, when we ask from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, we know what type of visa we can ask.
For his part, Ambassador Zubairu Dada, Minister of State for Foreign Affairs commended the Minister of Health and his team for the efforts being made and for sharing information about the COVID-19 pandemic.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, we will always be ready and willing to answer whatever inquiries you may have. So look forward to seeing you next time. We also want to assure you that we'll continue to relate with you, to keep in touch with you, to share information with you as and when it becomes absolutely necessary. So our doors are always open. The ministry is always yours. Feel free to get in touch, and we'll always be at home.